musical directed some shows where I haven't been able to do that. Not my fault, but okay, we're not talking about it. Anyway, the musical director usually will work with the with the director, sit down, you'll talk about your vision for the whole show. And in a musical, obviously, the music is pretty important, right? So the musical director and the director will talk about, okay, what elements of the music relate to the story the most, what moves the story forward, what kind of style you're looking at, because sometimes you don't always see the same way as the director, the musical director. Sometimes, you know, I have worked with some directors that they're like, well, I want to cast this guy because he looks just right for the part. And I'm like, but he can't sing. Hello, it's a musical.
Thanks for pointing at me for that.
Sorry. No, I have never worked with Ted that he hasn't been more than collaborative on everything.
But I'm able to sing.
But you can't sing, right?
No.
You do sing. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm just saying that
Right.
Usually you work all that out before you actually even cast the show. And then as far as judging, when you go to a musical and you want to see what to look for, a lot of things that people think are problems of the musical director or the music are actually sound problems. If you can't hear the singers over the orchestra, that's usually a sound problem. Because nowadays, pretty much everything's mic'd, especially like, for instance, when I saw CCM's Little Shop, the orchestra's completely off stage. You don't even see them. So if there were a problem, and I didn't notice this particularly, but between the singers and the orchestra, that is a sound issue, not the musical director's fault or responsibility.